Hi, Hastings, and welcome to another Thursdays with the Mayor. We have a city council meeting coming up at 6 p.m. Monday night at the airport terminal. I'd like to go over a few highlights and discussion topics that'll be going on. First of all, there'll be a public hearing on a street improvement plan for 2026 to 2031, followed by a request to approve a special city council session, and that will be to address the 2025-26 annual budget this Monday a little further for our citizens to listen in on. There'll be an annual report from our Chamber of Commerce and Hastings Economic Development Corporation. The CRA, which is going to have a presentation discussing the approving of their portion of the levy, and Hastings Utilities will give a presentation on the payment in lieu of taxes transformation into a dividend fee. Come out and give a listen if you wish this Monday night at 6 p.m. at the airport. And one of the big things that we've been talking about, and we just had a session on this, was our budget process. And I'd like to let you know our budget process is ongoing, as we just did have a work session last Monday night to discuss budget items and hope to be more transparent to the citizen this budget session. On the next Thursday with the Mayor, September 4th, I will explain more in depth to the citizen how our taxes are derived and then applied to make the wheels of your city government turn. We'll talk about things like, did you know our city valuation is almost $2.3 billion? And did you know this is how, with the levy, we figure what your portion of the tax dollars go to the general fund to pay for services. I'll explain all the other services that go into the general fund, along with a discussion of an upcoming proposal to initiate a restaurant tax to help balance the budget. Please tune in, and I'll be happy to share this information with you. Also, if you want some more information ahead of that, there was a real good article in the paper, I think it came out this morning, by Andy Ron, explaining what we talked about at the last work session and giving a lot of figures that I'm going to go ahead and expand upon on my next Thursday with the Mayor. So you might even be able to have that sitting in front of you, so when I go to these figures, it makes more sense to you. But we're really trying to be transparent about the budget and where your money goes to this year. So let's get on to some fun stuff. Kool-Aid days. And that just happened last weekend. I want to thank everybody for attending our 2025 Kool-Aid Days celebration. I was present all weekend, and I hope everybody had a good time this year. Friday night, I was actually at the Rodeo, and I saw a lot of people, and I represented our veterans and saluted our flag during the opening national anthem with the color guard and 3 other veterans. That was a good time. On Saturday, I sat in the dunk tank again and had a blast with the kids dunking me, and I even got to have a few children be honorary mayors for a minute and get dunked with me. So that was a lot of fun, and I enjoy getting out in the community and seeing everybody, and it was a great turnout at a great event. Sunday then, we had fun at the boat races at Hastings Lake, and I had a couple visiting from San Diego, California, that had an absolute great time all weekend. We went to the rodeo on Saturday night and watched the rodeo and the fireworks. And then we also went to the boat races on Sunday, and they exclaimed that coming from San Diego, California, that was a great local event. So good job, and hats off to everybody who participated in that and who helped out with that. Let's move on to Food Truck Fridays. The Food Truck Friday, organized by the Hastings Utilities Employee Committee, will be August 22nd, beginning at 11 a.m. Pitbull Catering and Rio's Food Truck will be there. This will be at the Highland Park parking lot right behind the museum. If you run a food truck and would like to participate in Food Truck Fridays, the next one will be September 19th. Please reach out to Hastings Utilities on social media. Great event to get out and have some good food and meet with some of your people in the city here. And then let's go to Touch a Truck. The Parks and Rec Department's annual Touch a Truck will be 4 to 6 p.m. Tuesday, August 26th, in the Aqua Court parking lot at 3300 West 3rd. This is a great opportunity to check out the vehicles that run our community. Several City of Hastings departments will be represented. So, be a great idea to bring the kids out, climb around on a few trucks, talk to a few people. Ought to be a good time. I think it was out there last year about the same time, and it's really neat. So stop out and see Touch a Truck. 5K on the Runway. Among the Parks and Rec Department's upcoming activities is the 5K on the Runway. It's at 8 a.m. on September 20th, and that race is taking place at the terminal ramp. Early registration ends August 22nd. To register, go to Parks and Rec Department page at cityofhastings.org. The course will run past the main airport apron. It'll have airplanes to view out there, and the event will begin and end on the 99th Compass Roads on the parks to check out all of Park and Rec Department's upcoming activities. Did I read that right, Tony? Mm-hmm. Okay. Labor Day. Most of City of Hastings offices will be closed on Monday, September 1st in observance of Labor Day. Front desk services will be unavailable at the administration, development services, finance, police, Hastings Fire and Rescue, Hastings Public Library, Hastings Utilities, Hastings Park and Rec, and the Solid Waste Landfill Department. I like to stay away from there anyway. But those front desk services, everybody go out and have a good Labor Day. And remember that we will not have services that day. Labor Day is also the final day for the operation this summer of Fisher Fountain. The fountain will be drained on Tuesday, September 2nd. So, one of the great features of Hastings, Nebraska that I've enjoyed for years and years is Fisher Fountain. And another thing that my friends from San Diego, California said was absolutely a neat feature of Hastings, Nebraska, along with the museum. They went to the museum as well. And so we've got a lot of neat cultural stuff here in Hastings. So if you haven't been to Fisher Fountain and done a couple circles this year with the kids with some ice cream, get out there and check out Fisher Fountain before it gets shut down. The Hastings Museum that I just talked about will be open Labor Day from 9 to 4. This is the final Monday the Hastings Museum is open to the public for the summer session. 911 and utility emergency services will remain available. Normal hours of operations will resume on Tuesday, September 2nd. I'd like to convey to all citizens that we're having ongoing discussions concerning the e-scooters. This came up at the work session, and it will be ongoing. The e-scooters and bikes. We are ongoing developing legislation that keeps our kiddos safe while letting them operate these scooters. Hastings Police will be taking an active role in educating our kiddos in the safe operation and rules of the road. So that's going to be important coming up here in the next couple months, is that we get something done to address that. I know I've had a lot of people reach out to me, and I think it's important to everybody that we get something done sooner than later. Oh, let's go with the budget open house here. On Thursday, September 4th, our Ward 1 Councilman Steve Huntley and Mike Anderson will hold a community open house to talk about the budget beginning at 7 p.m., and that'll be at the Fire Station number 2, 1145 South Hastings Avenue. City Administrator Mark Funke will discuss the proposed budget and talk about the budget process. This is also a great opportunity to talk to the Ward 1 Councilman about issues that matter to you. So, if you've got some time, you want to learn about the budget, please not only tune in to me, not only listen to the city council meetings, but come out. We've got 2 councilmen willing to sit down with the city administrator and explain some things about the budget. So please come out and attend that if you're interested. And it looks like, have I talked about the article in the paper? Did I talk about that Andy wrote? Please, when it comes to budget items, we want to be as transparent as possible. And please, go to these meetings, look at the paper today, tune in to me. I'm going to be going over this stuff so everybody understands it better than they ever have before. September 11th, the City of Hastings 2025 September 11th ceremony will take place this year at the New Hope Baptist Church, 1204 West 5th. September 11th is a Thursday this year. The ceremony begins at 10 a.m. at the church. Participating entities include Hastings Fire and Rescue, the HFR Honor Guard, Hastings Police Department, 911 Dispatch, Adams County Sheriff's Office, Hastings Rural Volunteer Fire Department, Juniata Volunteer Fire Department, and Livingston Butler Volunteer Funeral Home. There will be posting of the colors and the Pledge of Allegiance. District 33 State Senator Dan Lanowski, my friend, will be providing the address. There will be readings representing crashes into the North World Trade Center building, South World Trade Center building, and the Pentagon. South Tower collapse, crash near Shanksville, Pennsylvania, and North Tower collapse. The service will also be live streamed on Hastings Fire and Rescue Facebook page. So if you wish to get out and observe that, please show up. I'm sure I'll be there. If you have anything to talk about, I'd love to talk to you, and stop out and see us. That's it for today. God bless. We'll see you in a couple weeks.